Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I created Magic and Miracles with one purpose only: to help the people of all walks of life all around the world achieve their manifestation dreams and goals. And it's so important to achieve your dreams and goals, especially the ones that you've been working hard for quite some time, especially in the area of SP. And we'll go over today how confidence is the main ingredient that you're looking for to be your confident golden Buddha self. This is exactly what I help people achieve in their quantum leap with me in their coaching. That's the idea, that you come in hungry and thirsty and ready to rock and roll. I do not sugarcoat things. I'm not the type of coach, to kind of sugarcoat everything and not tell you exactly what I see and what the truth is. You might not like the truth sometimes, but the truth shall set you free. Why? Because chances are you've struggled with the cycle that you're in right now for quite some time. And someone really kind of strong and powerful needs to snap you out of it. And how I know that this is what's necessary is because I've tried to take a deep dive myself 15 years ago with a coach or a therapist, and I just couldn't find anybody, first of all, who gave a shit enough, and second of all, who was exactly, willing to do what I'm offering here, being truthful and yet experienced in this matter of turning things around in your favor and really understanding like what is at hand and how to really change it. So in my coaching, which is the signature coaching program, and the coaching package is the signature coaching package, is designed to do exactly that in a really intense manner, because I designed this coaching package for people of YouTube. Been on YouTube for 3 years now. The predecessor channel is linked below. Had some 22,000 subscribers. It developed technological issues, so I started this new channel. So big thumbs up, big subscribe. And I've been a coach for 10 years. And everything that I teach on this platform, in the other channel or on this channel, is everything that I have personal experience with. And of course, the experiences of my clients all throughout the 10 years. And so the coaching, the signature coaching package represents all of the method, the methodology, and the techniques that I employ to help individuals essentially rid themselves of their insecurities, look at things in a completely different manner, because chances are mama drama panorama is how I refer to it, convinced you otherwise. What is mama drama panorama? Essentially, literally, your mom, your dad, or whoever who jammed in some really unhealthy beliefs into your mind. Let's put it this way. And now it becomes my job to help you get rid of those, to start really manifesting differently. Okay, that's kind of really conservatively put and in a nutshell. And yes, we go over your beliefs, we process your emotions in order for you to leave that timeline forever. Okay, it doesn't exist that you go through my coaching process if you're really genuine and deliberate and hungry for a change, and you come up with your part of the deal, right? Doing the homework and doing all the exercises and coming along on this journey, really trusting that if you take my guidance, you will succeed. It doesn't exist that you don't achieve any movement whatsoever. The only reason is if you don't stay consistent after you finish the coaching. You can know all the things that you need to do and you can still not do them, and that's the results. Okay, this manifestational game, guys, is not just for when you are in coaching. Okay, it's a lifestyle. It's just a lifestyle. After coaching, you're going to have to be your own fucking coach, and you need to continue and persevere. If you think there's somebody perfect like a coach, this is why you should never idolize anybody. Okay, believe me, even coaches have their challenges. All right, everybody's fucking human. It's how you deal with the challenges. Is if you choose to fall off the wagon or stay on the motherfucking wagon, no matter fucking what. Okay, and navigate and upgrade your qualifications as a manifestation magician as you go, etc., etc. It's all what you make of it. So I've talked about the signature coaching package. In order to be in my coaching in any capacity, one-on-one, you first need to book the 1 hour session. I just want to make sure we resonate well with each other, that you're excited about this perspective of investing in your life, that we resonate with each other after you've made yourself familiar with my content, with my teachings, etc., etc. And upon conclusion of that session, you have to be ready to rock and roll to book the signature coaching package. There's also the installment links for those who need that. And you can also buy more than a month, okay, at a time. From what I understand, if you need the installment links, you're better off purchasing more than 1 month, but we can discuss this in a 1 hour session. Additionally, do check out my original website is back. Yoo-hoo! I had some time today to to all that technological stuff. I cannot do it myself, so my assistant always helps me. So Yoo-hoo, it's back because my original website has a lot more goodies there, like some audios, some coaching audios. For everything you need a coaching agreement, by the way, to sign that and get it back to me as an attachment in an email. But there's other do it yourself really powerful, really amazing packages, like for example signature energy course. There's also the video school, etc., etc. So you can go check that out. All right, so the topic of today is your confidence is the mega power over your SP, okay? Or over anybody, actually, whoever you're dealing with. So I want to start out with this, all right? That you really, really are not waiting for the other person to approve of you. All right. You really are not looking for them to change their mind about you. You're looking to change your mind about you instead. And what you're really looking for is, regardless of even how long it took you, even what kind of version it was before, the exclusion of if they were abusive, what you're looking to achieve is your own acceptance of this possibility, your own confidence. Yes, not only in yourself that you can make this shit happen, but also the confidence that you deserve this possibility. Because not for nothing, I feel like this is the main topic for people pleasers, of which I coach a lot, like 99% of them, that when it really just comes down to, what it really just comes down to is you not accepting the possibility of that happening to you, because there's so much fucking data and your mind keeps going back to the drama panorama. Look at how it was before, but look at what happened yesterday. Who gives a fuck about yesterday? Who gives a fuck about 10 years ago? Who gives a fuck about 20 years ago? You're a different person now. You're a different person every single second. Whether you change anything or not, that's again your part of the deal. But every moment you're brand new, and thus you get a new opportunity to decide differently. Okay, so the confidence, in fact, that you're seeking is the confidence in the fact that this can happen to you. And so the questions to ask is like, why not you? What's wrong with you? And 100% of the time, there's nothing wrong with you. You think again that there's something's wrong with you. But if you really look in the mirror, okay, just metaphorically speaking and physically speaking, and start examining who you really are, there's not a goddamn thing wrong with you. And so it becomes then that you're confident. Like, look at the thumbnail for a second, okay, of this live. And I love these faceless lives because, we get to look at something else but me. Look at this woman. All right. Do you think she's fucking worried about anything? She's like, bitch, please. All right. I can have this guy and any guy, any time of the day, any time of the year. I'm not suggesting you be a player and all that kind of stuff, but this is the kind of confidence, no matter what you look like. Okay. Even if you're not happy what you look like, believe me, it's all in your fucking mind, first of all. No matter who you are, maybe whatever, this, the usual, I need to lose some weight and blah, 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 and all of the insecurities. But Believe me when I tell the confidence, it doesn't start on the outside. It starts on the inside of I accept myself just the way that I am. And most importantly, I can activate my magnetism through the power of my energy. Okay, if I'm energetically magnetic, then I don't build these fucking lists in my mind why it couldn't happen. I'm going the other way. I'm going to the other timeline. I'm being my best friend and I'm saying to myself why all the things can actually happen. Okay. So you start out with something that the elements where you already see your power. Okay. You go back to that. And sure, right now, maybe they're not a lot, but you certainly have something to work off of. This is how you start little by little to build your confidence. Certainly at this moment in time you have memories or something good about this SP, like back to the example of one of my lives about how to manifest a miracle overnight. I was talking about somebody who really hated me, okay, in a lawsuit, and I happened to be able to turn it around. Why not happened? I deliberately did it, not just like haphazardly, because I let go of that version of that person. I built a list in my mind mentally. By now, I do it mentally of why I actually like this person. I had to convince my mind, okay, with the things that I did have. Now it could be anything like they're handsome, their voice is really pleasing, etc., etc., and start build or the way that they look at me. This time, that time around they were nice. They did something for me. So there is already the evidence of the manifestation of the timeline that you really want. It's not about what you look like. It's about where your fucking mind is. It's how sexy your mind is, how powerful your mind is to be able to focus on deliberately on something that you already see your confidence in and continue building it. Okay. The other thing that I would say is that, again, people pleasers have a really distorted view of the world. And reading people, like for instance, the empath and the narcissist, this is what's coming to me right now for whatever reason. They both know how to read people. Narcissists are not so good at reading people. They think they are, but they're really not. Empaths are much better at reading people because they're empathetic. They can feel another person's emotions. This is why empaths are really good at being clairvoyant, picking up on other people's energy. This is a skill, not for nothing, that is not valuable just in romantic relationships, in business relationships, etc. Tapping into somebody's energy makes you magnetic. You can read them, okay? You can learn to read people in a way where I don't know how to describe it, but if somebody, even at a distance or, not at a distance, maybe they're in front of you, maybe you're interacting with them. Every time if you are around a person, okay, let's just say, and you learn how to read when you want to pick up on something that they're vulnerable about with you. It's a gesture, it's the way that they look at you, it's the energy that's coming off of them. You become emotionally intelligent, energetically intelligent. There's a lot of things that people do not say. Okay, sometimes I get people, like women in particular, or sometimes men as well, where it's like, why don't they say it to me? Or why don't they proclaim their love? And why don't they propose to me? Well, are you already picking up on their energy that's already there? Okay, it's like when I have some of these titles, especially on my previous channel, like they already are with you. They already want to marry you. Yes, it has to do with the parallel timeline concept, but also very much so, realistically speaking now, okay, metaphysics aside, there's already some seeds in that person, again, unless they were abusive, that you can spin into a really powerful story versus the one that you're playing right now. In other words, it's the way that you choose to think, look at things. There are seeds of the good timeline, the timeline that they're in love with you, crazy magnetically in love with you. And there's another timeline that you can interpret the same fucking behavior, but against yourself, okay, and saying they don't give a shit about me. Quite frankly, and I'm going to be brutally honest, as you know me to be, sometimes it's like I don't know whose side you're on. I really don't. Sometimes I coach people and it's like it's as if you are deliberately, like really committed to interpreting shit against yourself. Not for nothing, but like I said, brutally honest. If you just allow yourself, give yourself permission, darlings, okay, to say, you know what? I did this fucking game of being my worst enemy, like for X amount of years. Let me try a different fucking way, all right? Just for the sake of a difference, if nothing else. So if you start interpreting the same behavior, again, looking for things to be excited about, looking for things to say, oh, I remember the way that they looked at me, even if it was like last year or many months ago or whenever, okay, and that look told me everything I need to know about the way that they feel towards me, the way that they really think about me. The entire time they could have been saying other things. I don't want to have a relationship, I prefer the third party. They are with the third party. Who gives a flying fuck? You saw what you wanted to see, meaning like I got a glimpse of that motherfucking timeline where I have total power over you, my darling SP. Now, my job becomes to activate this timeline more because, again, I know you've heard this before from me and from probably other people on the internet. It's like the two timelines coexist simultaneously. What am I paying attention to more? What am I giving my energy towards that's activating it? Okay. So, in order to be a good kind of like reader of people's energy, of their behavior, you need to be completely open. Your mind needs to be open. You cannot come from the judgment of Mama Drama Panorama influenced by bullshit somebody put on you. Okay. And this is another process that I really pride myself in. It's like giving people back their bullshit consists of I don't want to swim in your motherfucking energy anymore with your beliefs and blah blah blah. I want to have a clean slate so I can fucking think for myself over here. All right. At some point, you need to roar at your fears, at your insecurities like this. Okay, because enough is fucking enough. Let's start building a castle based on what you really want to see. But the power and the magic of the universe is like when you're thinking this way, when you're operating from this fucking confidence, you see exactly what you want to see. Like it's always been there. Okay. And I'm telling you, when you talk to that fucking SP, let's just say you manifested them, finally you're in a relationship. And I've done this in my personal life, and my clients have done this. Okay. When finally they're getting married or in their relationship, and they're talking about the time when they weren't together. I know I've certainly done that. Okay. And you're comparing notes. And they will tell you, I always fucking loved you. I always liked you. You were just weird somehow. Okay. More or less. Okay. I'm paraphrasing. Your energy was off. You were on another tonality. This SP, in fact, already does belong to you. You should fucking know this shit. It does belong to you. Again, unless they were abusive or hurt you in some way. Okay. Listen, there's certain times that I can't lie to you. I'm never going to lie to you in a million fucking years. I'm going to report back my opinion exactly as I see it. If they were abusive to you, I will tell you they're abusive to you. Okay. And really should. I don't think that you should go that way, waste your time in that sense. But other than that, okay, even if they cheated on you, even if they rejected you, it was painful, la la la. That's the other timeline. Okay. You should just understand that and let up on yourself. All right. So interpreting everything in your favor. Now, the other thing that I was like, before I came on, this is how I do things, and I'm going to try to explain it. You could do this to anybody. It's so fucking easy. It's ridiculous. And I know you're going to say, Anna, it's easy for you now because you did all this work. Yes, it's true. It's absolutely fucking true. But I'm giving you where you should be heading, and how you should be thinking if you want to achieve the lightheartedness of this process. Provided, of course, yes, you've processed your mama drama panorama. It's not going to work itself. All right. I'm sorry. It's just the reality of the things. So, it's this warm and fuzzy confidence that you're looking for inside yourself. Now, remember, this has nothing to do with being a fucking supermodel, all right, or Ken or Barbie. This has to do with magnetism, okay? You being comfortable in your own motherfucking skin. I don't give a fuck if you think you're overweight right now. I don't give a fuck if you don't think you're pretty. All the people that come into my coaching, they're fabulous. Okay. They're just fabulous. They just don't fucking know it. And I'm not flattering anybody. All right. It has nothing to do with what you look like. It's this warm and fuzzy confidence and grounding yourself in your success. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay. Like, let's just say you're interacting with this person, or you're not. Or you can still interact with them at a distance. Okay. It's the same fucking shit. This warm and fuzzy confidence with which you will direct them. Now, remember, it's your job to activate them. That's the power that is given to you. It's innate. Okay. You have that power. Why? Because you quantum entangled with this motherfucker. Okay. You are. Just accept it. All right. Already. Like, it's yours. Now, how you will activate them, that's the difference. Are you going to dance around it, being a people pleaser all over again? Or are you going to conduct yourself with confidence, getting the result that you fucking want and deserve all this fucking time? Okay, so that's entirely an inside job. That's being comfortable in your own skin. And again, the only way that I can describe it is this warm and fuzzy confidence. Like, every time you think of this person, or you looking at this person, you're like, yep, I know how you feel about me. I know you're crazy about me, and you can't wait to tell me. And it has to be this inner knowing, this inner peace, okay? This inner knowing, this inner confidence, okay? Like, literally, like, you have bewitched them. It's absolutely hopeless for them to go back to anything they knew before, because once you decide, and like a stubborn motherfucking donkey, without pressure, without forcing, like, you just made a decision. Like, what's the problem? There is no fucking problem. Okay, it's just like an example being like, you see again the thumbnail, right? And this lady is wearing a really provocative red dress, I must admit, but kind of cute. She made this decision to put a red dress on. Okay, and this dude decided to put a black tuxedo on. That's a choice. Okay, in the same manner, you're going to choose, I'm going to put on an aura of magnetism, where I'm going to look for things and think the way the person thinks who is confident. At first try, it might not feel natural, but the idea is to tap into this confident version of yours, okay? Your version now, a different version of you in a parallel timeline, who already knows they're the shit. They're not criticizing themselves. This used to be me. Okay, I would criticize myself for everything, feel bad for everything. Now I just don't give a flying fuck, because you know what? This is me. This is my life. I gotta live it to the fullest, and nobody's gonna tell me and make me do anything I don't want to, or think the things that I don't want to. I'm confident as shit because I know the results of my confidence. I also know in the past the results of my non-fucking confidence, and quite frankly, nothing will ever make me go back there, because that timeline is motherfucking shit. Does anybody have, so-called bad days once in a while? Sure, because we're fucking human. But for the most part, my darling loves, The confident you, the way that you want to think, even though at first blush it's going to be uncomfortable, is going to become the brand new version of you. You will see such a crazy difference between how people used to treat you and how they treat you now. It's a nonverbal communication. It's a communication of how you even, physically move, how you talk, the way you start to dress, the choices that you make, but most importantly and most certainly, how you vibrate. Again, you could do this at a fucking distance, not having seen this person for a long time. Okay, you couldn't have seen them for years and months, like I said, but all of a sudden you change your tonality, you change your timeline, and with confidence you start commending them. Yeah, you know what, I'm over my resentment towards you, I'm over my insecurities and fears. Now I'm ready, I've accepted this possibility of you being completely gaga over me, and now I'm going to command this version of you into existence. Okay, and anything that I will tell you, it's going to be carried out completely, because now I'm in sync with this warm and fuzzy confidence that, quite frankly, moves worlds. It's just like a really kind of like, imagine feeling at home, feeling really fuzzy, accepted, loved, adored by the universe, you're its only cherished child. And the universe is like at your beck and call, like listening to all of your thoughts and all of the things that you want. And it's constantly encouraging you and, in fact, telling you it's already done, my dear. Don't you worry about it. That kind of warm and fuzzy feeling like you're the chosen one. Not in the sense that people throw it around. I don't mean that. You're always chosen. You just need to start choosing yourself. Are you, in your mind, in all fucking honesty, choosing yourself right now? This is the only thing that needs to happen. This person will choose you like this. And then you will look at them and you will be so full of yourself in the best sense of the word, okay, in the most benevolent sense of the word. It's like, who else should you be full of? Like yourself, obviously. Not again in a narcissistic sense, that this person will recognize a different vibration. If they're not in contact with you, they will get it telepathically. They will start picking up the phone and calling you up because you're not vibrating the same anymore. If you're around them, if you're interacting with them on a daily basis or on some kind of a regular basis, you will light up differently. Do you understand? When you're insecure, when you're afraid, when you're in fear, you light up completely differently. You're part of a completely different timeline. Like I said, every moment you're brand new. This past moment you were miserable and depressed. Right now you choose another version of yourself to step into, that, like this beautiful lady on the thumbnail. Look at her, like she knows she's all that, right? And maybe there was a time when she didn't. I'm creating a a character over here, like in movies. There probably was. She probably wasn't all confident all the time. But look at her now. She has this look in her eyes. I've got it made, babe. Because I know who I am. I know what I represent. And believe me, 99%, once in a while, it just, there was a person in my coaching who really did not belong in my coaching. But 99% of the time, the people who come in into my coaching have a lot to offer. You really should know this shit. Like, seriously, my heart really hurts for a lot of you who simply, you guys just don't know who you are. I'm so sincere and genuine when I say it. My heart literally breaks for you because you are sitting, like I always say, on a goal, like on $1 billion, metaphorically speaking, your worth, your value, and you're just not cashing it in, and you think you're just like this little person. You are not. You're not. Start deciding differently. Okay. And now I have this little quote. Hold on one second. Oh my God. All my pens are here. From Ethan Hawke's recent interview, from what I understand, about Denzel Washington, what he told him about receiving an Oscar. Okay, I'm gonna read it. You don't want a prize to elevate your status. You want to elevate the status of the prize. Capiche? One more time. You don't want a prize to in this case SP to elevate your status. You want to elevate the status of the prize, okay? You coming in and being with this person adds to their motherfucking value. That's how you should see things, darling loves. Not that, oh yeah, I got my SP, we got married, and now I got my prize. No, you're the motherfucking prize. You're elevating them by being with them. That's true confidence, because that's not narcissism, that's not arrogance, that's the way that you will magnetize them. That's how you will have power over them. If you think little of yourself, how magnetic are you? How interesting. You could be the most fascinating, interesting, talented, marvelous, beautiful person, but you don't have the confidence, no one's going to notice you because you don't think of it yourself. You don't think of yourself this way yourself. So who the fuck is going to like cheer you on? Only you will. You need to come out in all your glory and be your magnetic self, which I know it's within all of you. I know it. Why? Because there's a certain part in your life, maybe it's your work, maybe it's a hobby, that you're so fucking passionate, you leave all your fears and insecurities behind. And you're saying, fuck it, I'm just enjoying this so much. This is the same thing. This is not as threatening or as, kind of like vulnerable as you might think. You shouldn't, first of all, you shouldn't take this 3D world so seriously. It's just a game. But I understand that a lot of people, as humans do, come in again with their histories, mama dramas, panoramas. That's fine. But this is why when you process the emotions, you get to be a new quote unquote avatar. Even yourself, you get to reconstruct over and over. I've done it several times, okay, in my life because I wanted a different perspective on myself so that I can manifest a better future and present for myself and think of my past differently. Not to say it never happened, but the way that I look at it changed, okay? Lots of things happen to everybody, guys, okay? There isn't a story that doesn't contain some mama drama panorama. It's how you turn it into gold. Start feeling bad about yourself or what happened and start constructing something new out of it. Okay. As an example, again, going back to the lawsuit that I described in my second, How to Manifest a Miracle Overnight, this person, I hated him. I didn't actually hate him, I just disliked him. There was a person and another person. And I turned it around just by dropping and being completely, this is the past. I want to think of you differently. And I'm going to think of all of the beautiful things about you. I'm going to send you love. I'm going to appreciate things about you. Now, we already mentioned that parting with mama drama panorama is necessary. This is a process that if you want to come in with the confidence that I'm talking about here and have the mega power over your SP, again, this becomes your inside job only. Okay, nobody's going to do it for you. They're not going to come and apologize to you. Just part with that illusion right now, meaning unless you forgive them, unless you send them love, don't expect an apology. Why would they? Why would they do that? Because right now you're sending them telepathically, I really hate you, I really hate you. So they continue behaving in a certain way. Okay. In the minute that you let go of that, it's the slate is clean, and now you get to come in and with confidence command whatever else you want to. Okay. So it's the inner knowing. You are going to activate them. It's entirely your show. And ladies, specifically you, I'm talking to. Okay. Because I feel for you all the time and forever. I know it's, uh, I'm partial to women. What can I say? It is what it is. But you yourself have to activate this warm and fuzzy feeling. I'm the one. I'm the most powerful one in my world. And if I want this guy or girl, guess what? They already wanted me. I'm just realizing it. I'm just making the connection with that parallel timeline. And I'm allowing myself, most importantly, this is what I want to say. I'm allowing myself to finally accept the possibility that, yes, it's possible for me. Not only is it possible for me, this timeline is already in the motherfucking room. So what am I doing not accepting it? I'm the only one against myself here. This guy is already on board, or this girl is already on board. I'm the only one resisting it. Find out the reason why. Why are you telling the universe, I refuse to accept the situation, I'd rather stay over here? It's more difficult to accept something so incredible and overwhelming than to continue suffering. All right. So that's a question for you. So to light up magnetically again is find this warm and fuzzy, peaceful feeling. I'm one with the universe. I'm its most treasured child. In your universe, you are. Everything is in my favor already. I just need to start recognizing the patterns that are and leave the other ones behind. The other thing that whatever happens, everything is still in my favor. I need to start learning to see the situation through the lens of this is also happening in my favor and interpreting it as such. Okay, again, even if they're with the third party, not telling you something opposite, your knowing, your confidence now has to come in so strong that even when the old timeline presents itself yet again, you're saying, you know what? I know exactly how this works. Apologies for the sirens. I know exactly how this works. This is the echo of the parallel timeline that I no longer want to be a part of. And it's this timeline's last cry of hurrah, okay? And that's it. This is it. And the reason why it's presenting itself is because it's a test. Am I going to continue reacting to this bullshit and being a part of this bullshit? Or am I completely going to disconnect emotionally from that timeline, leaving it be? This is how you know you've changed. Ready? The same shit show presents itself to you, but your confidence is so powerful and strong in your developed vision, in your warm and cozy and self-accepting self-love, believe in the universal power and believe in universal guidance and protection, is so much stronger than any motherfucking circumstance, any version of SP, any third party, anything, because you understand, you're savvy and sophisticated enough to understand that, you know what, this is my show, motherfuckers. This is my motherfucking show. How many times did I say motherfucker in this life? I'm on fire today, darling. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like Steve Tyler. I love him. Your faith in the universal guidance and in your ability to switch your attention to the optimal timeline. Yes, in the beginning, getting really used to it and accepting that this is the new normal is way stronger than any third party, any circumstance, anything at all, because you already have the evidence. Now you're just building on it by activating a completely different timeline. And then who can say no to you? You're so powerful and deliberate and so stubborn like a motherfucking donkey. You refuse to look at anything else other than what you have in your mind. That's a dedicated visionary, my darlings. That's somebody who's just like, I don't care. It's going to go my way, but not in like delusional, stubborn way, like where literally, you're refusing to confront some facts of life. No, not like this. You are in fact confident in your, again, in your universal guidance, in your universal powers, and in your manifestation power. Not because you're refusing to take responsibility for something that you've done or things like or harming somebody. No, no, not like that. Okay, you have confidence that everything will turn out exactly as you planned it, because that's what you want, because that's what your normal is. Okay, nobody can take this away from you, only you can surrender it. So pick it back up. You have already the power over this individual. You have already the power over this man or a woman. They just been sitting there like, hello, when are you going to command me? I'm already yours. What the fuck are you waiting for? Joking around and playing around and fucking around with the non confidence. Come and get me, darling, energetically speaking. Okay, come and claim me, come and tell me what to do. They're in your world, they're in your show, they're really, really dying to be with you, they're really dying to find out what kind of plans you have for them. Be the master of your show. I mean, this is the fucking work for any manifester, right? It's not that life is just happening around you. You are orchestrating it, especially, like I always say, in your immediate circle with your relationships. Is the easiest thing. Just how are you thinking of them? What are you commanding them telepathically even right now? What kinds of acceptances have you already allowed into your world? Change that agreement, change that program just for fun in the beginning. Okay, that's kind of how you whistle it in, for your really stubborn, maybe even conscious mind and subconscious. We know the story about that, but playfully, just what would it be like for me to be so fucking confident and relaxed, most importantly, because a lot of you just need to relax. I'm so serious. Let go of your mama drama panorama and just relax and let it happen. What would it feel like for me to know that any guy or any girl, whatever you're into, that I place my eyes on can become just really obsessed with me? How would you like to have this power? You have this power now. And especially if you quantum entangled with this person, they are already there. They're already there. They're just waiting for you to join them. There's a really powerful audio to that effect on my predecessor channel called Your SP is waiting for you to get your shit together. True story. Anyway, oh my god, I'm so hot. um, all right, let me look at my notes real quick. I think I've covered it. So there you go. Your confidence is what's going to activate them. Allow yourself the possibility, allow yourself to dream big, allow yourself to go there. And day by day, you're going to get there. It's going to be like your easiest task. Just like for me, this used to be the hardest, okay, with relationships. And like you, I was trying to like figure it out and all of this kind of stuff. Now it's the easiest. To allow yourself, again, just allow yourself tonight before going to sleep or wherever you are in the world, just a few moments. How would it be to feel so much power, to be so powerful, to be so confident, as to know that no matter who it is, again, it could be business relationships, that I could not charm them with superficial charm, but magnetize them with my confidence to do as I please in the most benevolent fashion only? How would I be able to read them, to feed off of what they have going on, and then kind of infiltrate my energy and activate them in a different way? How would I like to have this power? You already have this power. Again, you're traveling parallel realities. You might as well play around with it. And the more lightheartedly that you do it, with the most benevolence and with the most love and real and sending them love and forgiveness, it's going to be the easiest and the most fun for you. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in and for watching and rewatching. Big thumbs up and big subscribe. And all information for the coaching is below. Thank you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.